If I lost absolutely everything today and had to make $10,000 from scratch in the next 90 days, I would completely ignore almost all the mainstream advice on the internet. Everyone right now is obsessed with building complex global businesses, fighting for scraps in crowded digital markets, or trying to invent the next big software application. But after analyzing the economic landscape of 2026, I realized the easiest money is actually hiding in plain sight, sitting quietly in the most boring places imaginable. The truth is that the biggest opportunity right now has nothing to do with competing against millions of other people online. Instead, it is about being a very specific kind of bridge between the future and the past. Today, I'm going to walk you through a completely different framework for generating your first $10,000. We are going to explore a model that requires zero coding experience, zero upfront capital, and relies entirely on a hidden gap in the local market. Let us get into exactly how this works. Chapter 1. The competence illusion. Most people assume that to make serious money, you need to possess a rare, highly technical skill that takes years to master. This is the competence illusion. We look at massive tech companies and think we need to be a genius developer to provide value in the modern economy. But the reality of 2026 is that the tools have become incredibly simple to use, while the people who actually need these tools are too busy running their daily operations to learn them. Think about a local roofing contractor or a bakery owner. They have healthy cash flow and established customer bases, but they are drowning in manual tasks. They're writing schedules on whiteboards and missing customer calls because they are physically working on the job. They don't need a revolutionary software engineer. They just need someone competent enough to take the simple, automated tools that already exist and plug them into their business. This gap between what is possible and what local businesses are actually doing is where your first $10,000 lives. Chapter 2. The analog arbitrage strategy. This concept is what I like to call the analog arbitrage strategy. Arbitrage is essentially buying something for a low price in one market and selling it for a higher price in another. In this case, you're taking modern, automated solutions and bringing them into traditional environments where their perceived value is massive. You aren't building the software, you're simply the human bridge connecting the local business owner to the efficiency they desperately need. For example, a landscaping company might be losing thousands of dollars every month simply because no one is available to answer the phone when a new client calls. By setting up a basic automated text reply system that instantly engages missed calls, you are directly increasing their revenue. To you, setting up that system might take a few hours of reading tutorials and clicking around an interface. To the business owner, that system is a magical machine that saves their time and grows their income, making it incredibly valuable. Chapter 3. Identifying the perfect target. Finding the right businesses to approach is the next crucial step in this process. You want to completely ignore businesses that are already highly digitized or comfortable with new technology. Instead, you are looking for established local service providers who are clearly struggling with modern communication. The easiest way to find them is to look for businesses that have terrible websites, slow response times, or rely heavily on physical paperwork. Plumbers, electricians, dental clinics, and local accounting firms are perfect candidates. These businesses usually have high profit margins per customer, meaning that if your system helps them secure just 1 or 2 extra clients a month, your service has already paid for itself multiple times over. You can find them simply by walking down a main street in your town or searching for local services online and looking for the ones that take days to return an email. The goal is to find someone who has a great local reputation but is deeply frustrated by the administrative side of running their operation. Chapter 4. The irresistible proposition. Once you have identified a potential business, the way you approach them determines whether you will succeed or fail. The biggest mistake you can make is trying to sell them a complicated technology package using jargon they don't understand. You should never mention the names of the tools, the automation platforms, or the underlying technology. You only talk about the specific pain point they are experiencing and the exact result you can deliver. You walk into their office or send a direct message saying that you noticed they are missing out on after-hours bookings, and you can set up a system to capture those lost customers. You offer to set the entire system up for free for the first week to prove that it actually brings in new business. Because there is zero financial risk for them, they are highly likely to say yes. Once they see the system automatically capturing leads and saving them hours of frustrating work, they will gladly pay to keep it running permanently. Chapter 6. Pricing for maximum leverage. Figuring out how much to charge is where the math of making $10,000 becomes very clear and achievable. Because you are targeting businesses with high customer values, you can charge a premium for your setup and ongoing maintenance. Instead of charging a small hourly rate, you package your service as a flat implementation fee combined with a monthly retainer. A standard model would be charging $1,000 to build the initial automated booking and follow-up system, and then $300 a month to manage it. To hit your first $10,000, you don't need thousands of customers or viral attention on the internet. You literally only need to find 7 or 8 local businesses who want to stop losing money to missed calls and disorganized scheduling. By keeping your pricing simple and directly tied to the new revenue you are helping them generate, the conversation shifts from an expense to an investment, making the path to $10,000 incredibly tangible. Chapter 7. The momentum of trust. The most powerful part of this entire model is what happens after you successfully help your first few clients. Traditional local business owners are part of tightly knit communities. The plumber plays golf with the electrician, and the bakery owner goes to the same gym as the local accountant. When you genuinely solve a massive headache for one of them, they will naturally tell their peers about the person who fixed their business operations. You will transition from having to aggressively find new clients to receiving warm introductions and inbound requests. This word-of-mouth momentum is what solidifies your income and pushes you well past the initial $10,000 mark. You are no longer just selling a service, you have become a trusted partner in their community. The opportunity is sitting right in your neighborhood, waiting for someone willing to step away from the crowded digital space and shake a real hand. All you have to do is take that first step and start the conversation.